We are at AX with Rooster Teeth and Kathleen, who does the voice of Tex on Red vs. Blue, which is one of the best series out there. I would recommend it to anyone. So let's get this started. Tell us how you got involved with the series first.
I was producing Clifford the Big Red Dog movie, and Matt Pullum, who plays Sarge, was working with me on the movie. And he came and showed me a couple of the first episodes of Red vs. Blue. And I said to him, you know, this is funny, but you guys need a really tough chick, and I want to do the voice. So they got in touch with Bernie, and Bernie had a character that had a voice filter, so no one knew if it was a male or female. And they decided to write her in as a female, and I auditioned for Bernie, and he's like, yeah, let's have you be the voice. And the rest is history. That was 8 years ago. So,
what's the biggest change that you've seen in her character since?
You know, she's always played kind of this tough, on the outside, real badass, but like doesn't show a lot of emotions. But I think in the last probably 3 years, there's been moments where she's had to kind of expose herself, that softer side. And I think like in Out of Mind, you know, there's those moments where you actually see, wow, she's got, you know, a little bit of a softer female emotional side.
What was it like for you to have, I guess, was it South who came on as one of the, well, first there was Sister, but South was kind of another female strong.
Freelance?
Yeah. How is that for you to finally have another girl who's kind of more tough?
You know what?
In the series with you?
She's pretty badass, but I don't know if they've gone fist to cuff yet. So I think once we see Tex and South together, we'll find out who's actually the toughest.
Yeah, because it was like, I was finally so excited to see in the new stuff that came out recently. It's like, oh my god, they brought her back, so yeah. And then also we wanted to know, do you actually do you play the games, Halo and all that?
I play Gears of War. I play Halo. I'm not very good. My son is really good, so I will get on with him so he can kind of, you know, help me out with it. I think this summer though, I'm going to probably try to get online more and be more part of that community so that I can get better and I can kind of see a little bit more of what I'm up against. I'm not the best though, so people have to be really patient with me.
That's okay. None of us are completely the best sometimes.
Okay, good. All right.
So, also, how do you feel that, you know, like, girls are watching this? There's obviously, I'm a girl, I watch it, and there is that strong female presence. What do you think, you know, helps? Do you think that helps the series at all?
Yeah, I think it does. I'm glad that they added that aspect to the show. I think that there's a lot of girl gamers, and actually just girlfriends of the guys that watch it, and to see that there's a girl that can be smart, who's strong, you know, has respect from the guys. I think that's a good role model, and that's part of my favorite part of the community is reaching out to the teenagers that write me and ask me questions about life and experiences, and I'm always there to, you know, to help them out. So I think it's a good role model for them.
What's your favorite line that you've done for Tex so far?
My favorite line is, "You broke my voice filter, you cockbite fucktard."
I think my favorite line was when she was going on about how, I guess it was the alien who was well hung.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but that's probably one of my favorites.
I love it.
Also, kind of along that line, how is that relationship between church and Tex for you to do that with Bernie? Is he the one who does churches?
Yes, Bernie does church. You know what? It's great working with Bernie. He always reads the lines, reads me in so that I can kind of play off of his energy. And it's been an interesting, church and Tex have this dynamic that's, you know, Bernie's always surprised me with, when Tex has been killed, you know, or blown up one of the many times, you know, she comes back, and it just seems like she and church are kind of getting more and more revealed as the episodes go on about their history and, you know, what's to come.
Yeah, there's so much confusion, I think, because I know from watching it, I was confused at the end of that last season where it's like, wait, was she his daughter? Was she his... There's so much that you just don't know. How is that for you, though, not knowing completely everything until you see the script?
You know what? Luckily, now I know ahead of schedule kind of what's going on, but of course, which we never get to reveal. But yeah, you know what? I'm always questioning, and Bernie can change it up at any moment, and I can redo lines right before an episode goes out. So yeah, he always keeps us guessing.
I guess then, how much have they planned out? Like, do we have a couple more seasons planned, or? is this going to be the last one?
Well, I know we're season 9. We're in season 9, and I would find it pretty hard to believe that people would allow it to end there. Let's put it that way. So I think in some capacity, there'll always be something coming out.
What do you think? Because I know it was supposed to probably end. I think season 5 was that. What do you think brought people back to it? To ask for more?
I think the fans want. I mean, I really think that there was just so many people asking for the story to continue that it just was ridiculous not to. You know what I mean? It was just so in demand, and that's where the fans come in and make it happen. They push for it. So.
And finally, what would you like to see happen to Tex in the future?
She's pretty badass. I think I would love to see her laughter, her silly side. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, she's always kind of the straight-faced one, and everybody else gets the jokes around her. So it'd be fun to see her, kind of crack it up a little bit and be a little bit more of a, what do you call it? Kind of mischievous one to put the jokes on the guys.
Kind of like, again, Caboose or anyone else who has like those moments where it's just like, what were they thinking?
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Thank you again for your time.
My pleasure.
And
thanks, guys.
We'll hopefully have this up soon.
Awesome.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
And let's go buy a shirt.